Hey guys, it's Bud, Sud, and Dud because we got no Rob. We're in that crunch time right before summer hits and we can't really do all the recording that we want to do. So Rob and I have been trying to increase the amount of time we record, but he can't make it because his youngest son is super sick right now. So Zach, hope you feel better, man. In the meantime, that means I'm left all by myself to not only play a game that seems lesser known, but also try these things that I got. So I wisely, for this first item, let me move this out of the way. For this first item, I wisely opened it ahead of time because last time I had difficulty and it makes a lot of noise. We're going back to a brand we're all familiar with. It's Pop-Tarts. I don't want to go with the same brand of things like that. Even I don't remember when we did the last one, but it hasn't been a year yet. I'd kind of not want that to happen if I can avoid it. But right now they just seem to be pumping out some new flavors and it keeps catching my eye. This one's interesting. And I was actually hoping Rob would be here for this one because it's breakfast cereal related. And I feel like he's going to have a way better, feel for, does this taste like the cereal really well, better, worse? How do you measure it? Because he's got kids. And of course, kids eat cereal, right? So these are Pop-Tarts, but they're Apple Jacks Pop-Tarts. I couldn't tell you the last time I had Apple Jacks. I always felt like, Apple Jacks is cool. It was the kind that it's one of those cereals that I would eat dry. I don't remember ever really putting it in milk or anything like that. So that should work out really well for a Pop-Tart, right? Because I'm not not dipping it in some coffee or anything like that. So let me snatch a piece off here. And so the frosting looks like it's white, so I'm wondering if it's supposed to be milk and or sugar, like flavor or look of it. And then there's speckles all throughout of the green and red you would expect of the green and red pieces for Pop-Tart. So into the mouth. Okay. uh Weird. You know what? Let me grab another chunk here. Okay. Okay. What the hell? So these are new. They shouldn't be stale, and they don't. The texture isn't as if they are stale, but the question is obvious. Does it taste like Apple Jacks or not? It doesn't taste like anything. I can't even compare. Like I'm tasting nothing. There's the massive amount of whatever that frosting is that they put on the top. And the second piece, I put that side down on the tongue first. And that doesn't taste like anything. That's really messed up. Okay. Wow, that's weird. Hang on, one more little piece here because you know what? I'm going to take it from the other one. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, what the hell? Ugh. There's no flavor. What the crap? I don't taste anything. That is the strangest thing in the world. So of course that gets a thumb down, but how does that happen? Like, is there a conveyor belt that's broken and that part was just flavor add? So strange. I can only assume that was like a bad batch because I really don't know. Like, if anything, the cereals have too many flavors or too strong of a flavor because of all the crap that's put in there. So this should have been, if anything, too strong. And that was the weakest fucking thing I've ever tasted. What the hell? It reminds me, if Rob were here, well, I guess I can tell the story without him. He and I remember the time that we tried, what the hell is it called? Dragon fruit. because all of a sudden it was being put in beverages at all these restaurants and whatnot. And so, of course, restaurants or grocery stores started carrying it too. And it's a cool looking fruit. Just tastes like water, though. Like whatever flavor you're getting in that drink isn't actually dragon fruit flavor. So speaking of other flavors and fruit based, we're gonna move on. I am a fan. This is supposed to be a palate cleanser. Can you cleanse a palate that hasn't interacted with any flavors? I don't know how that works. I think it's just drinking at this point. I've got in my hand a can of Jumex. At least that's how I think you say it. Jumex. I like these guys' stuff. I will buy it sometimes. Usually, like I'll get a can or two, depending upon the month it is. They've got my favorite is like they've got the guava nectar drink and stuff like that I usually get in May. And I've had, most of their stuff, and it's exactly what you expect. It's not healthy. Let's not be silly or anything like that, which is why I only grab a can or two. They've got one that I don't remember seeing before, and I certainly never had it before, which is Guanabana nectar. So I thought, okay, you know what? Why not? So we're going to pop this can open. Woo! Good sound. Probably none of it came through the microphone. I remember the first Bud Suds and Duds, we had to add sound effects. But the cans kind of were heard ever since then. Let's get the aroma. I have no idea what Guanabana is, so I don't know if that smells like it or not. Let's drink. Ooh, that's damn good. That is there is a honey and a delicateness to whatever flavor. I've never had a Guanabana, like I said. And I'm looking at the image on the can. I don't think I've ever seen one. I would like to try one, Yeah, this is, I'm going to have to pick a month where I can allow myself to buy one of these, huh? So, okay. So we got 1 thumbs down, 1 thumbs up. Weird day. But, so yeah, now I got to play a game all by my lonesome. I'm not singing all by myself. That joke's been way overdone. See you guys on the other side of the intro. All right, guys, let's do this. I'm all alone, as I indicated at the opening. So, what game are we going to play? We're going to play this game, which I'm just noticing does not have its name on the title screen here. So it's literally not a title screen. This is Crest, and it is a God game. I'm a big fan of those. Rob got me super into a long time ago when Black and White came out, if anybody remembers that. And so I've always kind of kept an eye out for those because I never feel like they're the greatest. But I'd like to... The fact that this option says graveyard... Oh, these change when you mouse over them. Okay, didn't know that. Yes, as is usual, you cannot see my mouse. Let's hope that's not a problem here. Only about 300 reviews on Steam for this, and the reviews are mixed. I think I saw 61% at the time that I was doing this. Never played it before. It's Bud Suds and Duds. That's how it goes. I hit new game, and it says set up a custom game. Okay. Difficulty. If you change this, it will change every other category to the same automatically. Oh, okay. I've seen some games do it that way. Animals. Resources. Island, I'm guessing, is the size of the island. I do want to see... So, standard is what this is, everything on medium. I am curious about what's in advanced here, though. Let's take a quick look. Oh, so these are the animals we'll see. We'll see antelope, ostriches, hyenas, lions, and hippos. So, okay, Africa, mostly, right? I think. Resources, metal, gold... unmentioned gems and yet obsidian. Island water, so we are on an island. Berry bushes. Are we playing Age of Empires? Island size. Number of islands in it, the maximum is 3. So I'm not changing any of these because I don't... Every time. Sirens. I know they don't get picked up on here. This one might because it's getting close. But it's getting real irritating that it's every single time. Anywho, let's... I might mess around with these later. For a different episode. I don't know what to expect time-wise on this. So let's just start game. We get some story.
In the beginning, all was water. In this endless ocean, you awoke, alone. Slowly, many small worlds formed around you. Some hosted empty vessels that reminded you of yourself. You named them humans. They look to you for guidance and purpose. When you communicate with them, they only see a shadow of your true self. They take your words as their own. Their interpretations mold and reshape your form. They will redefine what is right and what is wrong. Your vessels are ready to take on the world. How they fare is up to you.
Good voice. I like that lady's voice. Influence. I wonder if this is the game that I had bought a long time ago to play, because I remember there being a God game where you set the rules, but it's kind of like that monkey paw business where they may not entirely understand what you mean and they might interpret it wrong, which always sounded like a great idea to me. Could also be why the reviews are so middling. If it's a complicated system that just didn't work out great. I don't know. We'll find out. Welcome to Crest, Aspiring God. I am the Chronicler. It is a pleasure to meet you. You may have seen me in a certain Charles Dickens Christmas movie. I keep track of time in your story. If you wish it, I can also be your guide. Oh, I wish it. I don't know how to play. Yes, get me started. Start me up. Excellent choice. Let us start with the basics. You are the God in this world, giving commandments to followers, guiding them towards survival. Oh, this is going to be just like real life. However, the followers have their own free will. They may or may not listen to you. Oh, maybe I'm misremembering what I thought I thought this game was about. Death in Crest is permanent, and your legacy will end when all your followers have died. Oh, okay, cool. In a way. Right now, we are in the underworld. This is where your followers end up when they perish in the overworld. Speaking of the overworld, let us go there and get you started. Oh, cool art style. Okay, Ostrich Hollow. Neat. And they just stabbed that animal. This is the overworld where your followers reside. You can find information about the basic controls by clicking this information button. I was hoping you were just going to tell me them. This... What is this? The thing behind this box? The game speed controls. There are... Oh, no. This thing? There are several speed settings to choose from. Yeah, this thing. Okay. So we pause with space. All right. It's pretty common. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, gotcha. So... almost like The Sims, except for it's not tilde, it's space. All right, we'll do... wait, what does it say? This contains the speed controls as well as the important commandment tablet and word tablet. Ooh, okay. These are the camera controls. The mouse controls... the mouse controls does not work when information windows are open. Oh, okay, so you can't accidentally side scroll off what you were looking at because you had some other box open? Because that is annoying. WASD pan, or I can click and drag. Mouse wheel zoom, QE rotation, or right button. I'll probably just do the right button. Elevation changes R and F. Okay. Pretty standard. What'll work with me. A lot of these people say free will. Is that what they're just... Are they just protesting? What are you... He's doing a love dance to that cactus. Hey, stop that. That's against the law. Where are my laws? No love with cactuses. Cacti? Now that you know the controls, you need to learn how to command your followers. Yeah, I do. Let's start by writing a commandment. Open the Word tablet, also with V. Okay, this is your main tool when communicating with your followers. It consists of words and verbs. To build a commandment, you need a condition, an action, and a target. So I'm guessing boom, 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 right there. Oh, again, you guys can't see what I'm doing with my mouse. I'm a dumbass. Let's start with commanding your followers to produce food. Yeah, these are what I was pointing at down here, in case that's helpful to anybody. Firstly, let us decide who we want to follow this commandment. One of the biome words is a great start, savanna, desert, or jungle. Any word you place in the first slot will refer to followers who add our suggested word by clicking or dragging it to the proper place. So we're going to go with jungle and put it there. So followers living in the jungle. When you hold your mouse over a word or put it in the first slot, borders will appear around city districts to show you which followers will be affected by your commandments. Okay. Ooh, I like that. That's helpful. Secondly, let us decide what we want them to do. Produce is a good verb to start with, so we'll add that to this part. Bink. So, followers living in the jungle, you need to produce what? We wanted them to produce food. Berries will make them pick berries, so let's add it. We'll add the berries. When the condition, action, and target are chosen, all you need to do is proclaim the commandment. Pressing this sends it to your followers, this green button here. Be careful, commandments cannot be deleted. All right, it says deleted specifically. What about altered? All right, so we told them what to do. Congratulations on creating your first commandment. Be patient. The effects of the commandments are not immediate. Writing a commandment costs 4 influence. Where is that? The gear in the upper right? This shows your available amount of influence. Yay! I was right. So it looks like I have 7 out of 20, so 20 is a cap. I can open the commandment tab with C, which I'm guessing tells me just what's active here. Okay. Here you see a list of your active commandments. Doctrine traits determine if a city likes or dislikes a commandment. What the hell are doctrine traits? Oh, click a city, okay, and then open the doctrine tab. Consists of traits. These traits determine how your followers feel about your commandments. If it's green, they will like a commandment that helps that need. If it's red, they will dislike a commandment that helps that need. I'm not sure I understand. If it's yellow, they are indifferent and don't really care. If it's gray, they have yet to acquire a trait for that need. Okay, before I go there, let me read this real fast. So gluttonous. More food is required to sate hunger, like sustenance. Fertile likes offspring. Chance of twins when reproducing. Cautious. They dislike fellowship. Harder to establish relationships with other cities. Effective likes esteem, get more resources from gold, gem, and obsidian mines. Oblivious. What is that word? Uncaring for safety, easier to establish trade and alliances. Interesting. Okay. City overview. In this tab, you will see the city's faith and needs. The faith changes depending on the commandments that you write. If you write something they like, then it will increase the faith and they will listen more closely to you. Makes sense. Looks like there's a kind of cap there, so I'm guessing that's like percentage based. The needs will decrease over time, and your followers will try and fulfill their own needs, but they need your assistance as well. If certain needs become too low, your followers will become frustrated and go on a frenzy in order to fulfill that need. Okay, so like they're getting lower on esteem and safety. As far as surplus, social, offspring, and sustenance go, they're fine. Now we're going to open the global faith window. You'll always receive 1 influence each period, which I just saw +1 up there. Now we're up to 9. You will also receive a bonus of influence each half cycle if you have cities that are faithful to you. The more faithful cities, the more influence you will receive. Okay. So I've got one faithful city, that's Ostrich Hollow. None undecided, and none that are faithless. Faith is turned into influence +3, so next bonus half cycle is 3. All right, next we have the calendar, which helps you keep track of time. Ooh, seasonality. You guys know I love that in a game. Let's open calendar with B, because that's the letter I think of. The calendar keeps track of time in cycles and periods. There are 8 periods to every cycle. So wait, is a cycle like a year, or is the cycle a season? Because these say season over here. I'm not quite sure if I understand the time yet. It also has predictions about the weather and if bad things are on the horizon. Ooh. We can close it by clicking there. I see a lot of rain coming. Nature has a delicate balance in Crest. Your followers may upset that balance if you are not careful. If you work the land too much by planting berries, farming, or founding too many cities, drought may become a problem. If animals are too prosperous, it can have negative effects on nature. Be aware, both herbivores and carnivores play their part in the circle of life. Click the water consumption. This will show you what in the world. This will show you what in the world that consumes water. I think I understand this sentence. It's awkward, though. It's saying, here's your water resource and here's what's taking from it, I think. It can help you identify problem areas before they get out of hand. You may want to cull the animal population, get rid of an excessive amount of berries, or even lower the follower population. However, nature is a fickle thing. You can attempt to mitigate some of the effects, but inevitably, nature is a force beyond your control. I thought I was God. So, if the water level is great, then it will be jungle. If the water level is good, then it will be a savanna. If the water level is bad, then it will be a desert. Talking about the entire island, it looks like here, because we saw that setting that said there's 3 islands. This tab says island 1. So I think we're on a jungle island now because it had us set a jungle commandment. But I don't understand. So of all the water that's being consumed, like the animals aren't even consuming water. It is our cities and the berry bushes. Okay, there's a lot of things on the screen. Let's start closing them. All right, let's open up the teachings. Teachings are tasks that you can achieve by telling your followers to do things. Some teachings are easier to achieve and others are more difficult. There are 4 different categories: practical, spiritual, dedicated, and ascended. Practical, spiritual, dedicated, and ascended. Okay. When you complete a teaching, you can collect wisdom points. They can be used in the Book of Learning. The wisdom points are vital to the progression of your civilization and the control you have over your followers. So, practical people, if you complete 2 of those. Newborns, if you watch 3 newborns join the world. Apparently I saw one happen. Is that a kid or just a tiny person? It's kind of hard to tell with the art style, but I do like it. Wow, the way they just pop. I'm guessing they're the one who's sleeping now. The art style is pretty badass. I do want to say that. Anyway. Okay, we'll go back to that at some point. This is the Book of Learning that was mentioned. Ooh, it looks like a tech tree. The Book of Learning is your way to progress in the game and gain words and bonuses that will help shape your civilization, spelled with an S. Which isn't a typo, it's just, I had a feeling this wasn't necessarily made by somebody who lives here in the US. And that's just another sign that might be the case. We'll see if they refer to torches, bonnets, and cookies, and or no, biscuits, and it's not the things that I think they are. In aluminium. Blah, blah, blah. You'll use your wisdom earned in teachings to unlock new things. These are words, minor insights, major insights, and monuments. There are 2 randomly generated trees called followers and animals. Randomly generated. And biomes and resources. Oh, so like the words in this game, so like ostrich here and death here, if I start a new game, it's not necessarily those 2 there is what I think it's saying. Each unlock costs 1 wisdom. How many wisdom? I have 0 wisdom. Damn it, I knew it was true. And pay attention to where the lines go between unlocks. Choosing one thing could prevent you from choosing other future unlocks. Prevent you from. I thought it was just going to be like, oh, hey, yeah, you know, there's different pathways to get to a point. That said, prevent. Have a look around in the Book of Learning and close the window when you're ready to move on. So yeah, let's see. So like followers and animals, you've got the word ostrich, which will enable you to hunt, kill, feed, and scare away ostriches. Interesting. It's not just hunt and kill. There's scare away and there's feed. That's very interesting. And then death, with this word, you can single out and command your followers who are close to death. Huh. Okay. This seems interesting. Come back down to me in the underworld with this Chronicler Spiral. Hey, how's it going, man? You now have the basic knowledge to get by in Crest. Yeah, get by is about all I'm going to be able to do. I will teach you about more features as they happen. You can learn about most features by clicking information buttons. There's a lot more to look forward to, such as city relations, monuments, festivals. Ooh, I love festivals. And exploring the benefits of the Book of Learning. You can come down here and visit me anytime. Now go forth and create the religion that you want your followers to have. This can go some places. Let me pause here. I'm going to do it menu-wise. This can go some places. There's some cool ideas, I think, being shown here. It looks good. I'm not hearing it because I think I forgot to adjust my system volume before I started this, but according to OBS, you guys are getting proper sound. So I'll just have to hear it the first time when the episode's up. So that was like a 20-minute tutorial. So I feel like this is a good break, and then we'll come back with another episode and really start playing it. I will say that I can be kind of pedantic with games like this. That's probably not pedantic. Ponderous with games like these, where I am if you think of a real-time strategy game, I am a turtler. To give you an idea, if you understand what that means, that's probably going to be my approach here, especially when I'm new to something. So I will see you guys on the other side of another episode. Ciao, y'all.